Good morning. Good morning. My name is Larry Hines, and I have the privilege of serving as president of Santa Fe University of Art and Design. On behalf of the university's board of directors and board chair, Rick Petro, and on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of the university, I'm pleased to welcome those of you here assembled here today to celebrate the Santa Fe University of Art and Design Class of 2014 Commencement Ceremony. As you entered Greer Garson Theater today, you were greeted with music from the jazz trio, the Maya Spectra. I want to thank them not only for today's performance, but for their outstanding performances earlier this year, including during one of the Santa Fe mayoral debate hosted right here in the theater. Opening this year's ceremony is a rendition of musical Avenue Q's I Wish I Could Go Back to College by seniors Aaron Bell, Amy Bingen, Daniel Hagee, Tina Hartel, Maya Ricklick, Yusef Sievers, Portia Shaw, and Mark Westbert. And accompanied by Ron Strauss, I now turn it over to our students.
Computer lab, 4 a.m. before the final paper's due. Cursing the world cause they didn't start sooner, and seeing the rest of the class there too. I wish I could go back to college. How do I go back to college?
I wish I had taken more pictures, but if I were to go back to college,
Think what a loser you'd be.
I'd walk the line and think, oh my God.
Oh God. These kids are so much younger than me.
Thank you to our students for their rendition of I Wish I Could Go Back to College. I'm sure it's not only bittersweet for the graduates, but also for many of the friends and families with us today to think back on the fond memories of college. Now I would like to introduce Brother Don Mouton and ask him to come forward and deliver this morning's invocation. Will everyone please stand?
I think the presentation by the choral group is a beautiful prayer. I wish I could go back to college. The event we are participating in today is known as commencement, an ironic term, for although it literally means a beginning, today it also signifies an ending. For our graduates today, it is the ending of a collegiate career and the beginning of new possibilities in life. In the northeast corner of Nova Scotia is the beautiful Cape Breton. At the end of one of the most picturesque roads along the St. Lawrence Bay, lined with spectacular panoramas, is a small sheltered bay called Paradise Cove. A tourist was advised by a fisherman, go there because it's mighty beautiful. Upon arrival at the cove, the tourist asked a local old-timer resident, what usually brings people here? He shrugged. As far as I can tell, it's not the being here that's so good, it's the getting here. This is actually the beginning of my prayer for this commencement. It is a prayer of thanksgiving for our graduates, who we sincerely hope can say about this event we are celebrating this morning, the getting here was good. With thanksgiving, we lift up our hearts in praise. Provident Creator God, we rejoice in your caring providence as we recognize the hard work and accomplishments of our graduates and the support of all those, family, faculty, staff, and friends who have accompanied them on their academic journey to this day. Fill our graduates with courage as they continue their life journey with renewed hope and joy. Amen.
Thank you, Brother Don, for beginning today's ceremony with a blessing. It's amazing I have the power to do that. This is great. Let's try that one. Now? Okay. All right. Today we come together as an academic community to recognize and honor those among our students who have fulfilled their hopes and dreams by completing their programs of study. These talented and committed individuals, our graduates, are here this morning to have their degrees officially conferred upon them and receive recognition and congratulations from their family, friends, and colleagues. SFUAD celebrates 100 students who have completed or will complete their degree requirements between December 2013 and May 2014, with 85 of you walking in the commencement here today. This class of 2014 marks a milestone for Santa Fe University of Art and Design, as it is the first graduating class to have been here on campus for 4 full years after our university transitioned from what was previously known as the College of Santa Fe. Class of 2014, you've each come a long way since that time and have grown into inspiring and thoughtful artists, prepared to become tomorrow's creative professionals. We have several graduates going on to grad school at institutions across the country, including the American Conservatory Theater, Arizona State University, New Mexico Highlands, UCLA, UNM, and Wayne State University, while others will be beginning their careers. We have a game designer working at Cosmic Forces, a graphic designer for the Navajo Nation, a grant writer in Rome, Italy, yes, a producer's assistant on the upcoming WGN Manhattan TV show, a projection designer with Olivia Sobeski, New York City, and others employed at Bella Sona Dance Studio, Radius Books, Site Santa Fe, and the Santa Fe Opera, to name a few. We come together today to celebrate your accomplishments during your time at SFUAD and look forward to all that the future has in store. At this time, it's a pleasure to introduce the members of the Platform Party. I ask that they stand when I call their names. First, we have our Grand Marshal of today's ceremony, Brother Don Mouton. Our commencement speaker and honorary degree recipient, Tom Joyce. Jerry Snyder, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Dr. Alan Butt, Vice President of Academic Affairs. Special guests from our Board of Directors also are on the platform with us today, and they include Tom Augustin, Penny Brown, Susan Fairbairn, and Vivian Sanchez. I'd also like to recognize our student speaker today, Tina Hartel. Also on the platform are our Registrar Mary Angel and the chairs of our academic departments. Finally, we have Professor Gail Springer of the Performing Arts Department, who is serving as faculty marshal today. Will all the other faculty please rise and be recognized? We also have some special guests with us today. First, we have Anne-Marie Boutillot, partner of this year's commencement speaker and honorary degree recipient Tom Joyce. Ms. Boutillot serves as curator, anthropologist, and art historian at the Royal Museum for Central Africa in Brussels. We also have former City of Santa Fe Mayor Pro Tem Rebecca Wurzberger in the audience today. And Rebecca has been a great, great friend to the university over the last 5 years, so I want to extend special thanks to you, Rebecca. Thanks to both of you for being here to celebrate with us today, our graduates. And not with us today, but here in spirit, we would like to pay tribute to former campus security guard Mark Wagner, as well as former mailroom coordinator Diane Sanchez. And last but certainly not least, I'd like to recognize our dedicated staff, many of whom have worked diligently on the logistics of commencement today. We appreciate their efforts, led by Elise Chavez, Mary Angel, and the rest of the commencement committee. All staff and student volunteers, please wave and be recognized. Now, I'd like to take this time to introduce our student speaker, Tina Hartel, a talented young woman from Las Cruces, New Mexico, who will be earning her BFA in musical theater this spring. In the words of Professor Gail Springer, Tina is a talented actress, singer, and dancer. She's a consistent, positive force in classes and productions, and brings a confident, clear, and easy focus to her work. She's also a spirited collaborator who is ever ready to provide support to her peers. Even under stresses and struggles of her own, she remains calm and offers empathy to others. She's a generous artist who delights others with her infectious sense of humor and intuitive common sense. It is my pleasure to introduce Tina Hartel.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you, Gail. That was very nice. Okay. So hello, friends and family and supportive human beings in general. Thank you for coming, really. And hi, guys. How's it going? We're about to graduate. We're about to be officially educated. So that's great. Congratulations for being here. And not just for being here as graduating seniors, but also for being here as artists. Congratulations for discovering your passion and pursuing your dreams. Really, though, it doesn't happen enough. If you think about it, how many Picassos or Andy Warhols listened to a society that said, stick to the mainstream, get a desk job? Or you could probably do something with a business degree, and tucked their passion away to remain forever a hobby. So what makes us different? Well, for us, it's not just about probably doing something. Buddha said your work is to discover your work, and then with all your heart to give yourself to it. We know what we want to do for the rest of our lives, and that is our happiness, our expression, our passion. I remember trying to talk myself out of my dreams by trying to find the practical twist on it, like, oh, well, I could teach, or lots of businesses are looking for people with interesting degrees. But no, I'm graduating with a BFA in musical theater, and you better believe that I plan on acting, singing, and dancing for a living. And why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't we confidently plan our future around our art? The world needs a new generation of artists, so why can't it be us? We have so much to contribute to the world through art, and I use the word contribute deliberately. Contribute literally means to be partial cause of something or to offer an opinion. I think we can all agree that we all hold very strong opinions and are definitely willing to share them. Imagine the freedom we hold now to be able to express ourselves in the exact way we want. We have the power to affect change, and we should not take that responsibility lightly. I don't think we're always aware of how relevant we as artists are to the survival of cultures and the evolution of societies. Think about it. Throughout history, art has been present in the most pertinent social movements of our time. Those artists had something to contribute that continues to be shared and looked on by the world. Art can tell you more about history and culture than textbooks. It's an amazing privilege that we are lucky to have. So, congrats for stepping up to the challenge and agreeing to become a part of history. Because there's no reason we aren't the next generation of revolutionaries. We have the power, the ability, and the creativity to discover the change we want to make and see that change come to fruition. Whether it be on print, on stage, on film, on canvas, or within ourselves, our art has the potential to inspire, influence, change perspectives, and create new knowledge. It takes a lot of courage to expose ourselves in the way needed to discover our mark on the world and achieve growth, but I have faith in us. I know that courage is not a problem for us because, hey, we're all getting art degrees, so let's be real. There are no clear-cut career goals for us. All of us have different aspirations that are measured by a multitude of things. There's no corporate ladder for us to climb or magic salary for us to reach. So what is it? Fame, money, happiness? When have we succeeded as artists? I have always thought that if I'm living somewhere I love, doing something I love, with someone I love, then I will be living a successful life. And maybe those things will change, but the beauty is my art can follow me anywhere. So do not think of our lack of structure as a limitation, but a freedom we are fortunate to have. We are self-starters, innovators, inventors, artists, and we should be tremendously proud of that. Henry David Thoreau said, "I have learned this at least by my experiments, that if one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours." The key word there is confidently. That can be the hardest part, and art is so personal. It's literally the most vulnerable parts of ourselves put on display and always comes under the harshest judgment. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I have confidence in us. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe all of these people here today have confidence in us as well. I know that I would be studying to be a vet or a music teacher if it hadn't been for my family's continuous support and encouragement, especially my parents. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to do exactly what I want with my life, and I'm so proud of all of us. And so I noticed something when I first transferred to Sufwad 3 years ago, and that is that everyone here just sort of ended up here. Everybody has a story about Santa Fe, how Santa Fe just sort of happened, because almost no one is actually from here. How many people graduating are actually from New Mexico? Whoop, 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 whoop. Santa Fe? Yeah. And that's incredible, especially for me coming from Las Cruces, where you basically go to elementary school through high school with the same people, and then everyone goes to New Mexico State. So I was always asking, where are you from, and how did you end up here? I actually didn't even know the school existed when I graduated from high school, or believe me, I would have applied to go here senior year, but I didn't know. So I would like to share how I ended up here. I originally auditioned for Arizona State University's musical theater program, and after a long, long process, was denied. So I went to New Mexico State for a year and studied classical voice, all the while intending to transfer. At the end of freshman year, I auditioned for Arizona State again, and NYU, and after flying to New York and another really long process, was denied from both. It was soul-crushing, to say the least. And so, desperate to leave Las Cruces, at least, I resolved to study music education at University of New Mexico in Albuquerque. It was not what I wanted, but it was something. My mother, being my mother, could tell I wasn't happy, so she kept searching for a solution, and she stumbled upon Santa Fe University of Art and Design. And she was really excited and like, oh my gosh, they have a musical theater degree and there's studios on campus and we should check it out. And my immediate reaction was, Santa Fe? I know it has like a real charm for people who are not from New Mexico, but I was like, Santa Fe? But she kept pushing me at least to audition, so I finally set up a time and we drove up here, and my first impression of the campus was that it looked like summer camp, but in a good way, And this was before the fancy AstroTurf and the pathways and the functional like sidewalk lights. And people were telling me that it was already like way improved from the year before. So I was like, okay, let's do this. So I auditioned and was later informed that I had been accepted and gotten a talent scholarship. Unfortunately, it was not enough money for me to afford to attend. So I sent an email to John Weckesser, the head of the Performing Arts Department at the time, and just thanking him and apologizing for not being able to attend. And he replied by calling me within the week and doubled my scholarship offer. Yeah. Yeah. That was really, really meaningful to me. Up until that point, I had not really felt wanted by any institutions, and I had no idea that heads of departments could take the time to be interested in one single student. I know many of the PAD students have similar stories, and I have a feeling that it spans all of the departments. John Weck has since retired, but he is the reason many of my fellow classmates and I are here, and I would like to thank him for that. That kind of care and individual attention is what makes this school special. From the professors I've worked with, every professor that I've had the pleasure of working with, core classes and classes within my major, it is amazing how much the students are cared for by the staff here, so thank you for that. And although it seems as though everyone just ended up here, it also is clear that everyone belongs here. Yeah. And those students who have spent their whole education here, the full 4 years, were actually accepted into College of Santa Fe, and upon or shortly arriving were notified that they were actually attending Santa Fe University of Art and Design. And I would like to recognize them as the first graduating class to have spent all 4 years here. Congratulations for that. And I'm really proud to be a part of your guys' class. Thank you for accepting me into it. My last quote is from Amelia Earhart. The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity. At some point, Beyonce decided to follow her dreams. At some point, Steven Spielberg decided to follow his dreams. Today, at this moment, the Santa Fe University of Art and Design class of 2014 has decided to follow their dreams. Good luck and congratulations.
Thank you, Tina, for a wonderful set of comments. Appreciate that. I would now like to welcome Tom Augustin of the Board of Directors to come forward to introduce an exceptional citizen of Santa Fe and our honorary degree recipient. Many of our faculty members enthusiastically nominated Tom Joyce to be our speaker this year for his lifelong accomplishments as an award-winning designer, artist, and blacksmith.
I'm fighting with this hat. I think my head shrunk because I've been called, "You've got a big head, Tom." So, there. Oh, thank you, President Hines. It is my great pleasure to tell you all today about Tom Joyce, an artist who has been a fixture in this community since he opened his studio in 1977. He's an accomplished Santa Fean, well respected for his monumental metalwork that at the same time evokes a global understanding. I would first like to read an excerpt from the May 2013 New Mexico magazine that describes his artistic voice. Quote, "Where most people gaze upon a junkyard or an abandoned steel mill and see little more than rust, tetanus shots, and the wreckage of a bygone era, Tom Joyce sees creative potential and a multitude of connections through material. A blacksmith and artist, Joyce exudes an almost spiritual reverence for the way iron in particular, flowing through our blood, forged and reforged countless times, as countless objects century from century, has the unique ability to convey layer upon layer of stories and meanings," close quote. The young artists here today are recognize the importance of storytelling through their work, a common thread for the Santa Fe University of Art and Design maintains in its programs. Tom's artistic voice and experiences play tribute to the art of aesthetic narrative, much the same as the young storytellers in this room. They share their values and interpret their own experiences through their work, whether it be written, visual, spoken, performance-driven, or musical. Faculty Chair Marianne Redding has described Tom's metalwork as often focusing on the communities and the environments they habitat, pulling inspiration and stories from the banks of the Rio Grande to the ashes of the World Trade Center, towers, and beyond into Africa. In fact, in 2 days' time, on Monday, May 19th, Tom will attend the dedication ceremony of the National September 11 Memorial and Museum, where he will debut a 3,500-pound, 100-foot-long forged commission made of the World Trade Center steel. A quote from Virgil that reads, "No day shall erase you from the memory of time." During the same trip, he will install another timely and important project, which consists of 7 permanent sculptures on Broadway and Columbus Circle. Tom also continues to conduct extensive research on African ironwork, sculpture, blacksmithing, traditions, most recently in Ghana, Togo, Benin, Mali, Burkina Faso, serving as chief curator of a traveling exhibition, Striking Iron, the Art of African Blacksmiths, and working in collaboration with scholars Henry Jewell, Alan Roberts, and William Dewey. This exhibition will open at UCLA's Fowler Museum in 2016. Features 250 pieces of the finest artistry from African blacksmiths, dating from earliest times to the present. He is also currently designing sculpture commissions for the Santa Fe Botanical Garden and the Mint Museum of Art in Charlotte, North Carolina. I hear a future graduate out there. I could go on and spend time expanding on Tom's vast accomplishments. I could talk about Tom being named recipient of a prestigious fellowship through the John D. and Catherine T. MacArthur Foundation in 2003, a New Mexico Governor's Award for Excellence in the Arts in 2009, and in 2011, the Distinguished United States Artist Award. Or I could highlight how Tom is a scholar and an artist whose work has been exhibited in the Smithsonian Institution, the Museum of Applied Arts in Moscow, and Paris's Musée des Arts Décoratifs, among many other museums and galleries. Or I might even mention that his lectures have spanned the globe, with speaking engagements in South Africa and throughout Europe and North America. In spite of this success, and because of it, Tom is a natural teacher, eager to share what he knows with others. For more than 3 decades, he has trained apprentices, other blacksmiths, and studio assistants, mentoring young artists through a blacksmithing program, giving students a chance to expand their studies in his self-built studio and his workshop, working with them in a hands-on environment in much the same way as he did years ago. Tom, you serve as an inspiration to all young artists who should look closely and critically at today's social and political issues and remain ever open and engaged with the realities of their communities and the world around them. You choose your materials not only to reuse, but to reinvent them with meaning and purpose. You've been described as, quote, infusing your artwork with depth, grace, and humanity, close quote. Outstanding qualities that demonstrate your commitment to your craft and your passion for artistry and social good. And now, President Hines, I am pleased to bestow the acclaimed Tom Joyce with an honorary degree. So, Tom, for your remarkable achievements and contributions to art, as well as your vision, your spirit, and intellectual curiosity, Santa Fe University of Art and Design is honored to confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, on this 17th day of May 2014, Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Did I mess it up, Angel? Of course. Of course. Dr. Joyce. He's an artist, okay? He doesn't... Yes, we do. All right. I'd like to invite you to offer your thoughts on this very special occasion to our graduates and their families. Wow.
Look at you. Sight. Having never graduated myself from anything, I can only imagine what you all are feeling. Bravo, really. It's a big deal. So, in the spirit of full disclosure, I have two announcements I want to make before I get started. Having begun this lecture weeks ago, I only finished this morning. And these words that I want to share with you, I want you to have every one of them. And as a result, I'm going to read this text. But I want you to imagine that I'm looking at you, because it's difficult to keep my eye on both places. But know that that's where my eyes really are, is making contact with you. And the second announcement I'd like to make is for the sign language interpreters. The intention was to send you a week ago this text so that you'd have time to prepare. So because that wasn't possible, I've printed out a dozen or so of the texts that you can share with any of the hearing impaired in the audience. So thank you. Before I launch into a story, I'd like to thank President Larry Hines, Jerry Snyder, Marianne Redding, Photography Department Chair, whose nomination led me to this hot seat, and the entire Santa Fe University of Art and Design's faculty and board of directors for agreeing to lure me out of the safe haven of my studio today. I must confess that the last time I found myself in a robe like this, I was 11 years old, an altar boy in Tulsa, Oklahoma, serving Mass. When news finally spread like wildfire through the congregation that my mother had just eloped with our parish priest. That's good. Believe me, after that defining moment, facing an audience on stage always presents a kind of deja vu of epic discomfort. And I'm afraid the acute discomfort that I'm measuring in my boots now is not diminished by this confession. Rather, it is amplified by the fact that I also stand before you on this auspicious day, a high school dropout. Not that I'm going to crawl inside and under my academic bonnet to hide, because thankfully, Larry and Jerry, they did their best to fix the dropout thing with this honorary doctorate. funny there. Now I'm in. Now I'm out. Now I'm in. One of you and one of not. Oh, it's funny. Oh, I like that. Oh, lost my place. Though imagining what you've just gone through to be sitting here, I feel to be an imposter. But never mind, it's beautiful. And somewhere in me, I've waited over 40 years to feel this circle close. I'm genuinely humbled and honored by this gesture of confidence, and in recognition of what on my resume still reads under education as simply life experience. This diploma definitely trumps beyond measure its closest relative, the only other gilded document I've been given, the excommunication certificate my family received in 1968 from the Vatican bishops that in the blink of an eye dashed any hope of my future as an all-pro altar boy. Though it wasn't originally my intention to share this way too personal introduction, it segues into the only reason this memory surfaced as I put thoughts on paper. Being invited to speak initiated in me the deepest sense of gratitude for a specific teacher and a profound moment that shed light on the realization that often the worst and the best in life happen simultaneously. I dedicate this address to her, Sister Roberta Shackle, who died earlier this year, in honor of this year's graduating class, and to all instructors in this room, with degrees or without. Back in Oklahoma, naturally, my mother, brother, sister, and, well, Father Bill and I had to get the hell out of the state in a hurry. So we quickly fled next door to New Mexico, where fortunately my parents were able to begin new lives undercover as social workers. Yeah, well, anyway, I won't go there. Just before we made the move to the Southwest, however, my siblings and I lived in the convent behind my elementary school during the weeks my folks were figuring out next steps. One day after class, during a particularly emotional low point, my younger brother and sister and I were shepherded by my third grade teacher, Sister Roberta, into her pottery studio, where daily, when not spending time with kids, she created works in clay. Knowing little about motherhood, but knowing a lot about children as young as we were, she could see we didn't possess adequate skills to deal with our sorrow and confusion. So she sat us down on the floor and handed each of us a warm lump of clay. Without a word of instruction, she began to read a book in a chair nearby, just far enough away to offer us a sense of independence with plenty of room for our grief, but close enough in case we needed her. At any rate, in the nurturing embrace of the silence she created, I found a means of expressing myself through the clay I was given. In that instant, I was handed one of the greatest gifts of my life. All three of us, now using our hands in various ways in our livelihood, recognize this intimate occasion, discovering a soft and pliant material, responsive to our touch, and forgiving of our naive approach, as life-changing, and I am forever indebted to her compassionate generosity. That's how it is with teachers. You never know when what they say, do, or share will strike us like lightning. It may be instantaneous, and it may be weeks, months, or years from now. The catalyst may have been delivered in an offhanded comment, or as a major revelation. It may have come through a teacher you respected and admired, or through one whose classes you daydreamed through. It doesn't matter how direct or discreet it became lodged somewhere in your memory. When the shock wave hits shore, it can knock you flat. And I don't know about you, but I want to be there, attentive, curious, hungry, with both hands open, and standing prepared to receive its blow and the fallout behind it. The transitional threshold each of you are preparing to cross encouraged me to contemplate deeply the teachers in my life. Sister Roberta's gesture and that of others who opened doors that moments before didn't appear to exist. Peter Wells, a letterpress printer and blacksmith living in El Rito, New Mexico, stood opposite me forging at his anvil when I wandered into his shop, lured by the sound of hammering one day shortly after we settled in the village. Entranced by his fluid movements, I saw hot iron for the first time moving as if it were clay under the hammer's force. This scene felt familiar, and I was oddly at ease in this environment, as if I had been there before but hadn't. He interrupted his work only when the iron shape was completed, and then he reached out to place a hammer and the cool end of a white-hot bar of iron into my 13-year-old hands. I felt the balanced weight of a full life's work poised in the palm of my hands before I even realized this was simply one of many choices I could make. Though I make my living as a sculptor now, working with other materials and different tools and methodologies, the hammer has become emblematic of the key to doors that could just as easily have remained locked. The anvil is the metaphorical still point around which a swirl of activities literally lift me off my feet and hurl me far from my place of origin and sense of comfort. Today, looking out at you in the presence of friends and family, professors and mentors, neighbors and classmates, I'm reminded of the ancient Greek concept of the omphalos, the center of the world, the navel, the umbilicus, the place of emergence. The Greeks believed that our umbilical cords, though severed at birth, remain symbolically attached to each of us for the rest of our lives as we strike out on our own. As our paths cross and crisscross in our wanderings, an invisible yet immense weaving begins to emerge, a pattern woven into a kind of primordial orb that connects us all. It's bound to be disorganized, it's bound to be a mess, no doubt, but it's vibrant, it's unwieldy, it's juicy, it's unpredictable, and it's alive, always changing and on the move. The purest sense of this cultural concept heightens our appreciation of the intricacies of lives crossing over and under one another in gatherings like this today. Accepting this, we are united with the past and present simultaneously, and as a result are encouraged to work together to create a beneficial future that recognizes our interdependence and the inseparable nature of our connections to one another. Like breath, taken for granted for most of our lives until it's our last one, our encounters with others offers us the same potential as is held in any given moment, where ideas germinate just as easily as they evaporate in thin air. Whom we meet, whom we work with, whom we learn from, whom we dance with, whom we love, stitch together the connective tissue we owe our lives to. Among Mande-speaking peoples in West Africa, when a young blacksmith is ready to light a fire in his own forge, his teacher, usually a father, an uncle, or a brother, hands him a freshly forged hammer, incorporating a small fragment chipped from his own hammer, so that when the young smith strikes hot iron, the inertia of each blow is felt to be amplified through the life force handed to him by others, in the form of both skill and time-tested methodology. This hard-won information is not sourced from one human being, but many human beings. Not from one generation, but countless generations. Not from one people, but from all people. This is the reciprocal call and response of knowledge being transferred and enhanced through careful and respectful observation. This is the DNA of apprenticeship, and it's the same the world over, whether in a workshop or in a classroom. Apprenticeship schemes abound in the production of artists and scholars, writers and actors, designers and architects, dancers and photographers, musicians and filmmakers. In academia, graduate students in the role of apprentices, postdoctorate fellows as journeymen, and professors as masters. Deep knowledge and the gifts it bestows are to a blacksmith like iron. If at a subatomic level this material possessed DNA too, we would be astonished at the life it has lived and the indispensable role it plays in our lives. From iron's molecular origin in an ever-expanding universe, to its geomagnetic field that keeps us swirling upon our axis orbiting the sun. From iron's symbiotic relationship with our planet's very first life form, cyanobacteria, a blue-green algae that for over 2 billion years, before any land surfaced in the ocean, thrived on poisonous carbon dioxide inhaled from the air, feeding on iron sulfide in the sea. To the inevitable indigestion resulting from eating iron, the releasing oxygen as a byproduct, the first burp on Earth, that facilitated the evolution of life as we know it. From iron-rich particles that rusted in this new environment and settled in thin, colorful crusts of magnetite and hematite upon the ocean floors, launching us out of a black and white, oxygen-starved world into the world of color, the browns, yellows, reds, oranges we associate with soil and rock did not exist before, because all of these colors are signs of oxidized iron. To banded iron formations that developed as a result of this oxygenating process that now provides all of the 15 million metric tons of iron mined in the world, everywhere in the world each year. And on a micro scale to iron atoms embedded in our red blood cells that continue to enhance ours and other animals' ability to extract oxygen from the air we breathe. These are simply a few of the inheritances this humble material that I singled out for my life's work has given me. One material, one life, kept buoyant with the ballast of so much intellectual fodder. Since my choice at the age of 16 to walk away from a system of compulsory education, I have tried to allow my inquiry and search for learning to take a meandering backroad route to reveal to me where I am and through what I have been traveling. You are on the edge of this same sort of commencement trajectory. You will now build your own curriculum vitae, the courses of life, the creation and development of a maker's passport, a resourceful guide and trusted reference that you are in constant dialogue with, aiming the compass for your journey ahead. All I want to add now in closing is to make sure, absolutely sure, you are listening to the voice inside you. Not the loud one that looks over your shoulder and everywhere else but inside for a clue as to where you stand in the world. Rather the small one, the whisper, the one that's hard to hear over the noise, the constant din outside. That's the voice that knows what questions to ask and offers answers only you can decipher in return. That's the voice that interprets the sounds and signals around you and translates them into new words and languages never before heard to announce your coming. That's the voice that takes in all external stimuli, visual, physical, emotional, and more, and helps you navigate through outside influences, complex social relationships, and the insecurities that abound when moving through uncharted waters as artists. That's the voice that encourages you to draw the curtains on the stage of your own life, to speak your own mind, develop your own ideas, to roll the film, to employ a brush, pen, or a hammer, to make what you didn't know you could, to play and to feel and to sing aloud in crackly, off-key, and sweet voices, to dream of the life that only you can conceive of and know how best to bring to fruition. It's your life. It's untethered now. There is no script. You are free to choose, to program, and to plan. The voice you are listening for is inseparable from you, and it is activated in exact proportion to the degree that you are honest with yourselves. This voice asks provocative, uneasy questions on the periphery and in the shadows of your path. And as Tina said, it's not mainstream. It's not downloadable, blogged, or tweeted. And you'll find it most audible when you're in desperate need of an alternate perspective, though sure enough it arrives just when you are settling into a rhythm quite comfortable. Some of my colleagues remember, as I have, that it was this voice that first lured us to become artists and designers, when other career options may have looked much more promising or lucrative. I have never regretted listening to it. I've only regretted at times denying its presence, because this denial and the postponement that inevitably follows makes the important choices all the more difficult to make. The electrifying pulse of your desire to know and shape the world around you is palpable in this room. Take a deep breath and catapult yourselves toward the questions you've yet to ask, toward the answers you've never dreamed of. It's all here at your fingertips. Dive in. It's the only reliable way to forge your future in a perpetual present, day by day. Follow your heart. It can be that simple. But thank you.
Thank you, Tom. A wonderful, wonderful speech and message to give to our graduates. One more round of applause for Tom Joyce. At commencement each year, the president gives a charge to the graduating class. Last year, my comments to the 2013 graduating class focused on embracing change. This president's gig is really a great thing. I get to rise and fall, and I get to give a charge to the graduating class. And this is the point where I could really screw up your kids, parents. So pay attention, okay? This year, my charge to this class is to strongly encourage you all to establish your foxhole. What is a foxhole? Okay? Well, simply put, it's a group of people who share your values and who you have 100% trust and faith in their words, views, and commitment to you. The foxhole concept was born in and is common in military speak. There in the military, you only want committed and passionate people who have your back in your foxhole. In the military, who's in your foxhole literally is the difference between life and death. A more contemporary version of the foxhole is the wolf pack of hangover movie fame. I did say wolf pack, and I'm probably the only president who addressed the hangover in his commencement speech this year. During this year's Artists for Positive Social Change Symposium with the rock band Living Color, they included each of their respective bandmates as lifelong foxhole members, having survived and thrived in the music industry for 3+ decades together. Well, the idea is not just for the military or rock bands or movies. It extends to you as well. There will be trying times for you ahead. You will face failure, adversity, and negativity. After all, you've chosen creative careers where criticism is part of the life. People will tell you that you are not good enough, that you can't, or you won't. I'm confident that you've gathered individual skills here at SFUAD for these trying times. You've developed tenacity and grit. But sometimes individual tenacity is not enough. Sometimes you need a group of trusted people to have your back, to tell you, yes, you are good enough. You need a foxhole. And it's never too early to start assembling your foxhole. In fact, you probably have some idea who's in that foxhole right now. It could be your mother or father, sister or friend, cousin or classmate. It's easy to neglect your foxhole over time. Life happens, relationships come and go. So my charge to you, the graduating class of 2014, is to invest in and nurture your foxhole. It will serve you well over your lifetime. I would now like to introduce Dr. Alan Butt, who will present the student candidates for graduation from across all departments.
Good morning, parents, family, friends, almost graduates. a great moment. You can't be any closer, by the way. Thank you, President Hines. President Hines, Tom Agason, it's an honor for me to present to you on behalf of faculty of Santa Fe University of Art and Design, those students who have completed all requirements for the degrees or are scheduled to complete those requirements this May or sooner. They carry with them the faculty's sincerest wishes they will find success and fulfillment as they welcome the creative challenges before them. Will the candidates from the art and contemporary music departments please stand and come forward? You guys ready? All right. Aaron K. Haldane, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Studio Arts, summa cum laude. Shelby Catherine Loomis, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Studio Arts, magna cum laude. Deanna Marshall, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Studio Arts. Randy Ortiz Martinez, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Studio Arts. Shannon Nicole Rutherford, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Studio Arts, magna cum laude. Iman Leyen Sterling, Bachelor of Arts, Studio Arts. Candelaria Alvarado, Bachelor of Arts, Contemporary Music, cum honore. Rachel Cox, Bachelor of Arts, Contemporary Music, summa cum laude. Zachary K. Hogan, Bachelor of Arts, Contemporary Music. Chris Smolka, Bachelor of Arts, Contemporary Music, cum laude. Will the candidates from the Creative Writing Department please stand and come forward? Jasmine K. Adams, Bachelor of Arts, Creative Writing. Good morning. Morgan Elise Dawson, Bachelor of Arts, Creative Writing. Michael Gordon Gagne, Bachelor of Arts, Creative Writing, summa cum laude. Good morning. Katie Johnson, Bachelor of Arts, Creative Writing, cum laude. Chantel Eva Mitchell, Bachelor of Arts, Creative Writing. Curtis Allen Mueller, Bachelor of Arts, Creative Writing, magna cum laude. Blanca Renee Olivas, Bachelor of Arts, Creative Writing. Natasha Schneider, Bachelor of Arts, Creative Writing. Nicole K. Suberbiel, Bachelor of Arts, Creative Writing. Benjamin Parker Vanetta, Bachelor of Arts, Creative Writing, magna cum laude. Will the candidates from the very large film school please stand and come forward? Ana Aguilar, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts. Gabriel Chianchetti, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts. Chelsea Caitlin Cook, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts. Chelsea T. Danielson, Bachelor of Arts. Seth Fuller, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Film, Production Concentration, magna cum laude. Carmen Grimaldi, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts. Good morning. Joshua Turner James, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts, cum laude. Kevin Jordan, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts. Nathaniel J. Kitchens, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts. Maria T. Marquez Rosales, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts. Good morning. Rodney Klein Morgan II, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts. Cesar Andres Perez Chavez, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts, cum laude. Stormy Lynn Pierre, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts, cum laude. Alejandro Selman, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts, cum laude. Good morning. Brett Shapiro, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Film, Production Concentration, summa cum laude. Patrick Gary Titus, Bachelor of Arts, Moving Image Arts. Will the candidates from the Graphic Design Department please stand and come forward? Sarah E. Canfield, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, magna cum laude. Daniela Carrion, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, cum laude. Tiffany Ba Charlie, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Montana Curry, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, magna cum laude. Julia Cody Griffin, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design. Guru Shabbat Khalsa, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design. Christina Lawson, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, magna cum laude. Leland Winter Mark, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, magna cum laude. Craig Nolan Mortensen, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, cum laude. Evan Alexander Rivera, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, cum laude. Hannah Cecilia Selman, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, cum laude. Aldo Vidrio, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Graphic Design, cum laude. Will the candidates from the Performing Arts Department please stand and come forward? Corbin David Alba, Bachelor of Arts, Theater Performance. Aaron Joseph Bell, Bachelor of Arts, Theater Performance. Joshua Allen Billiter, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Design, Technical Concentration. Amy Lee Bingen, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Musical Theater Concentration, magna cum laude. Vernon Clark III, Bachelor of Arts, Theater Performance. Jordan Christopher Connard, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Design, Technical Concentration. Bridget Marie Cooney, Bachelor of Arts, Theater Performance. Salvador de Santos, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Acting Concentration. Matthew Time Eldridge, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Acting Concentration. Chad Edward Abbott, Bachelor of Arts, Theater Design. Tallis Gohegan Freifeld, Bachelor of Arts, Theater Performance, magna cum laude. Daniel Jonas Hagee, Bachelor of Arts, Theater Performance, cum laude. You bet. Tina Charlene Hartel, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Musical Theater Concentration, cum laude. Rebecca Ott Katz, Bachelor of Arts, Theater Design, summa cum laude. Good morning. Alan Fullerton Little Hales, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Acting Concentration, magna cum laude. Quentin Perry, Bachelor of Arts, Theater Design, Costume Concentration, magna cum laude. Kyle C. Reich, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Set Design Concentration. Maya Elena Rieklik, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Musical Theater Concentration, magna cum laude. Yusuf Davis Stevers, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Musical Theater Concentration, cum laude. Portia Shaw, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater with an Acting Concentration. Tristan Davy Triana, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater Design, Tech Concentration. Maria Catherine Weckesser, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Theater, Dance Concentration. Good morning. Mark Christopher Westberg, Bachelor of Arts, Theater Performance, cum laude. Will the candidates from the photography department and our self-design majors please stand and come forward? Stormy Bennett, Bachelor of Arts, Photography. Shayla Blatchford, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Photography, magna cum laude. Christopher Alexander Clark, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Photography. Andreas Maestas Davis, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Photography. Cameron Grant, Bachelor of Arts, Photography. Timothy Cassiotis, Bachelor of Arts, Photography. Caitlin R. Leclerc, Bachelor of Arts, Photography. Michelle Rutt, Bachelor of Arts, Photography, cum laude. Grace Ann Taylor, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Photography, cum laude. Kara Chelmland, Bachelor of Arts, Photography. Gabriela Rosales Fabella, Bachelor of Arts, Self-Design, Business Management. Freedom Anthony Hopkins, Bachelor of Arts. Self-Design. New Performance Media, cum laude. President Hines, honored guests, I present to all of you the class of 2014.
On the recommendation of the faculty of the university and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the board of directors, I hereby confer upon you your respective degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining hereto. I now invite our graduates to move their tassels from the right side to the left side. That signals the formal completion of your studies and the receipt of your degree. We conclude the 2014 Santa Fe University of Art and Design Commencement Ceremony with the benediction offered by Brother Don Mouton. Please remain standing until the platform party and our honored graduates have exited the theater. We ask everyone to please join us for a reception in the Campus View Cafe. Immediately following the ceremony, guests will be able to join up with their graduates in front of the theater. Brother Don.
As we close this graduation ceremony, we congratulate our graduates who have successfully completed their degree program. It has been reported that during the deliberation on the Constitution in 1787, Benjamin Franklin, looking at the back of the president's chair, on which a sun had been painted, wondered if it was a rising or a setting sun. He said, "I have often, in the course of the session, amid my hopes and fears as to its outcome, looked at that sun without being able to tell whether it was rising or setting. But now at length I have the happiness to know that it is a rising sun." Graduates, as the sun sets on your college career, a new sun also rises as you move on in life. May your lives be suns that shed light and warmth in a world so much in need of our life-giving presence. May God bless all of you abundantly in a special way today and always. Amen.